Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's the Monday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, and my, what difference a few days makes. The computer models definitely changed their tune over the course of the weekend. A storm that was going to either hug the East Coast or even go out to sea is now coming so far west that it's going to drag moisture all the way back through the Appalachians into the Ohio Valley, and we're talking about quite a snowstorm heading our way, starting around lunchtime or so tomorrow. So we'll get to the details in just a second. Here's a look at what's going on mid-afternoon across the eastern U.S. This is not our snowstorm here. This is actually just a weak little clipper system that will swing through tonight. We'll see a few snowflakes tonight. This is mostly just flurries, maybe coats the ground, fresh coating in a few spots. But that's just an appetizer for what's coming tomorrow. The storm that's going to impact us tomorrow is actually down here in the south, and it's producing some, fairly decent amounts of cold rain. Texas, Louisiana, into parts of Mississippi, up into the Tennessee Valley. Actually, it's snow and ice in parts of the mid-Mississippi Valley today. This moisture source is coming northeast, and as it does so, it's going to take a track that's going to be very favorable for us to pick up accumulating snowfall. Oftentimes low-pressure systems, snowstorms, big winter storms, take one of three tracks. They either go up the eastern seaboard, which is kind of what we expected last week, and those are usually too far east to bring us a big snow event. Sometimes they cut up west of I-71, say, and when they take that track, they draw in enough warm air that either we see rain or mixed precipitation, but usually not a big snow event. For us to get a big accumulating snow event, we need a track usually that will take low pressure up through the spine of the Appalachians, West Virginia through central PA, up into upstate New York. And that's pretty close to the track that this storm will take. Maybe a little farther east than that, maybe more like this, but close enough that we'll be firmly in the cold air, so we don't have any mixed precipitation concerns. It's going to be all snow, and we are close enough to the center of the low that we're going to see a pretty healthy dumping of snow. So let me take off all the current information. We'll project forward and show you what the radar will look like as we head into the day tomorrow. I'm going to fast forward this to tomorrow morning right at daybreak. Here's what we have going on at daybreak tomorrow. Some of this precipitation, even though it's green here on the model, this will be snow starting to break out up across parts of the lower Ohio Valley over towards the eastern seaboard. A little rain mixed in as you get into the warmer air towards the east coast. Get into the midday hours tomorrow. Here we are at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and here it comes, some light snow. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Now, as this begins around lunchtime tomorrow, it's going to be light. It's going to have a hard time sticking at first. So if you're out and about around midday tomorrow, you're going to see some snowflakes, but I doubt it causes too many problems immediately. It's not going to be one of those things that, bang, all of a sudden the roads are slick. That's kind of what happened to us on Saturday evening. All of a sudden, everything just turned into a sheet of ice. We don't expect that at midday tomorrow, but as we go into the late afternoon and towards evening, this is when things become much more, kind of hot and heavy in terms of precipitation strength or intensity. Look at all this moisture coming up. Now, east of, say, I-79, and especially out towards central and eastern PA, they've got all sorts of precipitation-type concerns out there. There are going to be some sleet, some freezing rain, some snow. It's going to be a real mixed bag, but we're far enough west that all of this is snow that's going to be falling here at about 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, and this is when it's really going to be coming down hard. So after sunset tomorrow, that's when I expect everything to deteriorate very quickly. Even before sunset, say around 4 or 5 tomorrow afternoon, early tomorrow evening, things could start to turn a little slick. But certainly here by 7 and 8 tomorrow evening, you're not going to want to be outside and on the roads if you don't have to be. So that's what the radar should look like tomorrow evening at about 7 o'clock. That's as far as this computer model graphic will go. So we'll switch sources here, and we'll go deeper into tomorrow night. I'll get my head out of the way here, and we'll show you the track of this low. Here's a 1 a.m. on Wednesday. Wee hours of Wednesday morning. Our low is over towards Philadelphia and D.C. The moisture on the back side of this is all snow, and it will still be coming down pretty hard at 1 a.m. After that, though, as the storm continues pushing up the eastern seaboard, the snow will start to let up in intensity. This is 7 a.m. on Wednesday. Our low is right over New York City. And while it will be snowing still in western PA, eastern Ohio, the snow will start to taper off a little bit. It won't be quite as intense at about daybreak here on Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, of course, is traditionally the busiest travel day of the entire year, the day before Thanksgiving. And boy, what a mess for the East Coast. Now, this is going to be rain along the major hubs, Boston, New York City, Philly, DC. But still, a wind-driven rain on this very, very busy travel day, that's going to lead to a cascading effect at airports all over the country with big-time delays. Down in Atlanta, which oftentimes, next to Chicago, can be, the busiest airport in the world, they may even see some snowflakes out of this at daybreak on Wednesday. And boy, will that cause havoc down there. It won't take much snow to cause big time delays down there. So if you're flying anywhere, even if you're flying out here where the weather's quiet on Wednesday, the cascading effect could certainly get you just because there are no big weather problems in Dallas or Omaha, because there are major problems at the major hubs that could really have a ripple effect across the entire country. So anyway, back home, if you're not traveling, snow will continue to taper off on Wednesday. There'll be some snow showers around Wednesday afternoon, perhaps even some additional accumulations in the traditional lake effect prone areas. That would favor areas north of I-80 especially. Could someone see another inch Wednesday afternoon in Mahoning County, Columbiana County? That's possible. It's more likely, though, off to the north, Trumbull and Mercer. So even though the storm's pulling away, a little back end lake effect could give us another kind of cherry on top of our cake here Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. Thanksgiving, thankfully, will be quieter. It's just going to be darn cold and breezy too, and maybe there's a few flurries around, but no big travel headaches for the actual holiday on Thursday. All right, as of 2:20 this afternoon, winter storm watch is up for the entire WFMJ viewing area. This will probably be upgraded to a winter storm warning at some point this afternoon or this evening, and they may even extend the watch back to about I-71 because the trend has been for snow to get farther and farther back. So Cleveland and Canton may be included in that winter storm watch or warning before you know it. All right, how much snow? We're going to show you a few different computer models here, and the reason I show you these is because it kind of gives you an insight as to the degree of certainty or uncertainty when it comes to forecasting snowstorms like this. We're getting in a little better agreement in the world of computer models as we get closer to the event, and that's what we hope to happen. We're looking here at the NAM model, North American model, snowfall accumulations. Over here on the right is your guide. Anything that is in purple is 6 inches or more. When you get into the hot pinks, you're up around 9, 10, 11 inches. Youngstown's right here. So this gives us a solid 6-inch plus in just about the entire viewing area, with some places perhaps getting 10 or 11. GFS has been kind of the anti-snowmonger of all of our models, but even it's edging farther west, gets some of the purples into certainly Columbiana County and then over into western PA. You get a little pink out in extreme southeastern Mercer, maybe extreme eastern Lawrence as well. The GFS would suggest that a 5 to 7 or 8 total is going to be real commonplace, while the NAM suggests a little more. The European suggests even more. Here's the European model, and this is a high-resolution version of the European that even prints out some numbers for you. As you can see, around the Youngstown Warren Airport, it gives us 9.5. Here's a 10.5 in Lawrence, pushing 12 in eastern Mercer. So that's 3 different models, and based on that and based on this, our short-range ensemble forecast, which gives us an average of about 7 inches at the Youngstown Warren Airport. We're going to go out with a forecast this evening of 5 to 10 inches for the entire area. If you watched my video earlier today, I gave you a preliminary estimate of 4 to 8. We've nudged that up now. We're going to go 5 to 10 for all of our Ohio counties, all of our western Pennsylvania counties. And does someone get 11 or 12, especially in Pennsylvania? I think that's possible, but I think that 90% of the area is going to come in somewhere in that 5 to 10 inch range. So stay tuned to my updates on social media, including, of course, Facebook and Twitter. Head over to ericwfmj.com for my blog. I'll be updating that as well, and this video will also be posted on that blog this afternoon. So thanks for watching, and check me out tonight, 21 News at 6 and 11 for more information.